Hi there, and welcome to this week's edition of Top End Track Talk. I'm Andrew O'Toole, and today we'll be having a look at this coming Saturday's meeting here in Darwin, the 25th of May. Saturday's meeting is sandwiched between the two country fixtures at Tennant Creek last week and Adelaide River on Saturday week, the 1st of June. Well done to Darwin trainer Angela Forster, who won back-to-back Tennant Creek Cups with Lotion last Saturday and also bagged a double courtesy of Isle of Light. Kerry Petrick was also in the winner's circle with Knight's Helmet, and it was certainly a day for the female trainers at Tennant Creek, with 5 of the 6 winners being trained by the ladies. We have 6 races carded this Saturday in Darwin, and although the field sizes are nothing to write home about, there are some interesting fields to ponder. It's good to see the first handful of visiting trainers in the top end for the upcoming carnival, with Neil Dyer, John Peacock and Sheila Arnold all represented with runners this weekend. A total of 38 horses are engaged to compete this Saturday, and the first race gets underway at 1:58 p.m. Northern Territory time. In the opener, the MJS Floor Coverings Handicap for the 0 to 58 gallopers over the 1300 metres. My numbers are 1, 4, 5 and 6. I'm going here with number 1, Matomic, from the Gary Lafoe Junior stable, and Paul Shires takes the mount here. Was a winner 2 starts back in maiden company, and then last time out finished 3rd behind the Smart Choice Approach. That was on the 11th of May, our last meeting here in Darwin. It comes down a kilo from that 3rd placing last time out, carried 60 last time, down to the 59 kilograms this time. And in an even little lineup, I'm going for it on top, number 1, Matomic. Ahead of number 4, Divisional, from the Gary Clark stable. Gary looks like he's in for another half-decent day as normal. Brendan Davis aboard. A winner 3 starts back, and then its last couple of runs, a 3rd and a 4th. Slightly disappointing, but still racing well enough to be a threat in this. In for 3rd, number 5, Daisley. Sonia Wiseman takes the mount here for Kerry Petrick. Was 2nd on its last start. That was on Anzac Day here in Darwin behind Ann Sinner. That was certainly an improved showing from its earlier form in Alice Springs, so I think might have a bit of a liking for the Darwin track. And my 4th selection, number 6, Abel Ken. Those numbers in the first, 1, 4, 5 and 6. The second's the National Jockeys Trust Handicap, and it's also over 1300 metres for the 0 to 64 gallopers. Numbers here, 2, 5, 6 and 1. We're going here with number 2, Carmen Aaron, also from the Gary Lafoe Junior stable. So Gary looking like he might be in for a decent day. I've got him on top in the first 2 races, and Paul Shires similarly takes the mount here. He's won his last 2 in 0 to 58 grade, and then last time out in 0 to 64 company, just got there beating Howdy by the barest possible margin. Runs again in 0 to 64 company, and I see no reason why it won't be very hard to beat again. Number 2, Carmen Aaron on top for me. Ahead of number 5, and that's Choice Approach. Racing well, also like Carmen Aaron, looking for a hat-trick of wins. Brendan Davis aboard for Tom Harrower. Kayla Cross has been on this horse the last couple of times, but she's over in the west riding on the Broome circuit. So B. Davis takes the mount here on Choice Approach, so we'll lose nothing on the score of horsemanship. In for 3rd, number 6, Howdy. Rocketed home the other day, fresh up to finish close up behind Carmen Aaron. Barry Huppets for Chris Pollard. 4th selection, number 1, Windsor Cup. 2, 5, 6 and 1 in the second. The third's the Campaign Edge Sprout Handicap. It's the open handicap event on the day's program. $22,000 up for grabs, and this event also over the 1300 metres. Tricky little affair, going here with 3, 2, 5 and 4. Gary Clark really holds the key here. He has 3 runners engaged. Neil Dyer has 2, and Sheila Arnold has the other runner, Quantum Dot. But I'm going with the Clark train runners on top here. Number 3, Captain Apollo for me. Brendan Davis aboard, won its last 2, both over this trip of 1300. It's had 9 starts at the trip for 4 wins and a 3rd, so certainly 1300 is right up its alley. And Captain Apollo, I think, will get every chance again from the 1 gate. He'll race forward, and he'll take a lot of beating. Number 3 on top for me. Head of the stablemate, number 2, Sky Muster. This horse back from an Alice Springs program. Was a winner 2 starts back in the Alice, and then last time out finished 6th in the Pioneer Sprint behind its stablemate Neat Feet. Was only beaten 3.2 lengths on that occasion. He's a pretty handy galloper, smart up-and-comer, number 5, Sky Muster. Kimmy Gladwin aboard for Gary Clark. In for 3rd, number 5, Quantum Dot. Jared Todd takes the mount here for Sheila Arnold. A last start winner just last week at Tennant Creek. It was a good performance on that occasion too, just getting up late to beat Federal Court. As long as he's come through that run okay and the trip up the highway to Darwin, he'll race well again, I'm sure. And in for 4th, number 4, Marble Duke, the 3rd of the Clark train runners, and another one looking for a hat-trick of wins, Maddie Hart in this saddle. 3, 2, 5 and 4 in the 3rd. The fourth's a 10 Darwin handicap. It's over 1,200 metres, this one, and it's for the Class 2 gallopers. Only a field of 5 to go around here. My numbers 1, 3, 2 and 5. He looks very hard to beat, number 1, Looking For You from the Phil Cole stable. His last start was a good second behind Miazza, only just beaten on that occasion, and that followed a win at his previous attempt on the 3rd of April. Jared Todd and Phil Cole, pretty good combination there, and I've got him on top here, number 1, Looking For You. Ahead of 3, Whitworth, a last start winner in Alice Springs, broke his maiden duck down there, and Sonia Wiseman takes them out for Kerry Petrick. If he can translate that form in the red centre to the top end, he'll certainly be right in the party here. In for third, number 2, the visitor from Neil Dyer's Kyneton stable in Mulk. He's a 4-year-old now. He raced pretty well here last campaign as a 3-year-old. His most recent efforts haven't been anything to get too excited about, but with Ray Viger in the saddle and fresh up today, he hasn't raced since the 21st of March. He should give them a bit of a shake. And my 4th selection, number 5, Son of a Fling, 1, 3, 2 and 5 in race 4. The 5th is the Cancer Council NT handicap. It's over 1,100 metres for the benchmark 54 gallopers. Again, a field of 5 to face the starter here. My numbers 2, 1, 4 and 5. 2 on top here, Patriot Day did a good job breaking through for a well-deserved win and maiden company last time out. Brendan Davis took them out on that occasion, but he makes way this time for Kimmy Gladwin. Kim was away overseas last time when Patriot Day won. He goes back on. Only the 3 starts in Darwin, a 3rd, a 2nd, and then that good win last time. He should be very hard to beat again. Got him on top ahead of number 1, Tregoric. Brendan Davis takes them out on this one for his dad, Brian. And 2 seconds, its last 2 behind Ann Sinner and Carmen Aaron. Certainly have Tregoric right in the picture here. Will race well. In for third, number 4, Ruth's Boy from the Neil Dyer stable. Wayne Davis aboard. No local form to recommend, but some half-decent form in Victoria, so we'll put that into run 3rd. And number 5, Van Zeta for 4th. 2, 1, 4 and 5 in the 5th. And the last of the 6-race card, the Sepelts Trobus Handicap. It's a 3-year-old event, a benchmark NT event for the second season gallopers, and the biggest field of the day with 9 runners engaged here. A good field too. I'm really looking forward to this one. 2, 1, 6 and 4 for me. I'm going with a newcomer to the top end, and this one trained by Gary Clark, Another Bit. Brendan Davis aboard. Has some pretty fair form in Victoria. Last started at Sandown on the Lakeside course and was beaten only 3 lengths on that occasion by the very smart Hawk Shot. First start on the course is always the query with these newcomers to Darwin, but I just like the look of this horse. He's a 3-year-old by Fox Wedge, and I've got him on top. Number 2, Another Bit. Ahead of number 1, Dancer's Kin. Paul Shires aboard here for David Bates. Only the 2 starts in Darwin, a 3rd, and then a very good 2nd last time out, only beaten a lip by Carmen Aaron. The only question mark for me is the weight. Carries 62 kilograms. He carried 60 last time. He's not very big, and hopefully the weight won't stop him, but I'm sure he'll race well. Number 1, Dancer's Kin from an inside draw. In for third, number 6, Go Gold Coast. One of 2 in the event from the Johnny Peacock stable, and this one's raced well in Alice Springs. A very good 2nd last time out on the 4th of May to Knight's Helmet. Knight's Helmet's come out and won again since at Tennant Creek. Sonia Wiseman aboard, should be right in the picture, and my 4th selection, number 4, Awesome Mo. 2, 1, 6 and 4 in the last of the 6. The best bet of the day comes up in race 4, number 1, Looking For You. Race 4, number 1, Looking For You. Phil Cole, the trainer. Jared Todd in the saddle. He looks very hard to beat. Well, the best roughie I'll come up with is in the last. Race 6, number 7, Lots of Coin. Race 6, number 7, Lots of Coin, trained by Johnny Peacock. Well, that wraps up this edition of Top End Track Talk, but we'll be back ahead of our next meeting here in the Top End. That's on the 8th of June, and that, of course, is Queen's birthday weekend. Prior to that, of course, we go down the road to Adelaide River. That's on the 1st of June, Saturday week. And in the meantime, good luck and good punting.